Hi, my name is Rozhan. I'm a 25-year-old chiropractor here in Melbourne, Australia. And this year I was fortunate enough to open up my own chiropractic clinic. So, before we get to how I got to this point, let me share a little bit with you on why I decided to become a chiropractor and the steps that took me to become one. So, let's start off with why I decided to become a chiropractor. Well, it all started in high school. I knew that I wanted to work in the healthcare field, and it was just figuring out which part of healthcare I wanted to figure out where my career was going to take me. So I always just kind of knew the healthcare to kind of be nursing, being a doctor, or a dentist. And that was about all the scope of my knowledge. But my high school was fortunate enough to give us opportunities to, experience other healthcare professionals. So I went to work experience at a hospital for a few days where I got to shadow radiographers, dietitians, occupational therapists, pharmacists, doctors, and I also went to almost like field trips that universities would host that would bring on different healthcare professionals. Also, again, nurses. We also saw paramedics, even like a speech pathologist. And at that time, I had no idea what chiropractic was, never heard of it, had never seen one, and I never really knew anyone that actually went to go see a chiropractor. But in one of these trips that the university was hosting, there was a woman who had just recently graduated as a chiropractor, and she was talking about her experience and how great the field is. And even without even experiencing what chiropractic was, I had this light bulb moment that that's what I wanted to do when I graduate high school. So this was around July, so halfway through my VC studies, and I studied hard, and then I got the marks to eventually get me into chiropractic. Now, a little brief, story on how to become a chiropractor works is that in Melbourne, RMIT used to have a program. Unfortunately, they've cut that program now, and I think Vic Uni has picked up the program. So if anyone who wants to become a chiropractor in Melbourne, I would suggest to go look at Vic Uni's website. But back in 2019, when I got in, it's a 5-year undergraduate degree. You do a double degree of a Bachelor of Health Science and a Bachelor of Applied Science Chiropractic. So this is where we learned everything about anatomy, how the body works, different functions, different bodies at different stages of life, different chiropractic adjustments, chiropractic philosophies, and how we can help our community essentially through placements as well. Now, 5 years might sound like a really long time, but those were probably the quickest 5 years of my life. And by the end of it, in 2023, I graduated as a fully qualified chiropractor. I got my first job as a chiropractor in Melbourne, and I worked at a clinic for 9 months. Then I actually learned so much from working at this clinic. I learned how to become a stronger manual adjuster, how to communicate with patients a lot better, and also I got to see the ins and outs of owning your own chiropractic business and kind of everything that kind of goes into it that you don't tend to really notice coming in as, just a patient. And I took a little bit of a break, and I wanted to figure out whether or not I was going to go and work for someone else again, or if I was going to open up my own clinic. I have some very supportive parents and friends who were like, no, we think you should really start your own clinic. And November last year, I went, I looked at different clinics around Melbourne that were, hiring rooms that I could possibly practice in. And I landed this beautiful clinic in Canterbury in Melbourne, located inside Canterbury Health Hub. And the journey kind of started from there. I opened up my clinic in February of this year, so 2025, and it has been an amazing ride, to be honest. At first, I was a little bit scared. I didn't know how things were kind of going to pan out, but we're in December now. We're almost a year into having the business, and I'm so grateful for the experiences that I've had and all the opportunities that have kind of been presented to me while having my business. It's truly a rewarding job, and I'm so grateful to be a part of so many people's health and wellness journeys. And I'm so grateful to see what the year 2026 holds for me and having Radiant Chiropractic. So if you have any questions about chiropractors and I guess what we do in the clinic, please drop them below in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.